Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to learn how we can create a donut chart in our Laravel and React application. In here, as you guys can see, I have this donut charts where you can enable and disable any section you want, and it will also show the total of each type. If you move the mouse over it, it will display the total of this. So let's see how we can build this. First of all, we need to create a new model with migration and controller. Then after that, we have to go to inside our database, migrations, and select our newly created migration. Then after that, inside our newly created migration, we have to add our column names. So in here, I'm going to create product ID, transaction type, quantity, price, and status. After that, we have to go to inside our app folder, HTTP, and inside our controllers. Then after that, we have to select our newly created controller. Inside our newly created controller, we have to create a new method with the name of donut chart. And in here, we have to create a variable and set it to our product transaction and select draw our transaction type. Then after that, we have to count our record and give it an alias of count. Then we have to group by all of them based on transaction type and get all of them. Then we have to key our collection with the transaction type, and at the end we have to prepare our data for the response. So I'm going to create a new variable with the name of response. Then inside this, I will create an array and send my data as buy, sell, and return. Now let's return our response also by typing return response as a JSON. Now when our controller method is finished, we also have to create a new route for this by going to inside our routes folder, api.php. Then inside here, let's create a new group route with the name with the prefix of charts, and create a new route inside here with the type of get, and write our controller and our method name. So this is it for our back end. Now let's go and prepare our front end. In our front end, we need two packages. One is Axios and another one is Chart.js. Then let's create a new component with the name of donut chart, and inside our component, let's import our React use reference from React, then import chart and Axios also. Then create a new method with the name of donut chart. Inside here, we will create a new reference to access the canvas element for the chart, and we will export our donut chart so we can use it anywhere we want. Now let's create a new function to create our donut charts. Inside this function, first of all, we will check if the instance of the chart exists. Then if it exists, then we have to destroy it. Then create a new chart instance and set the type to donut. Then after that, we have to set our data with our labels as a buy, sell, and return. Then we have to set our data set, and our data set we have to set the label as transaction type and add our data inside our data array. Then we have to can also set the background colors for this. Now after setting our data set, we can also set our options. So in our options, we can set the responsive to true, and in the plugins, we will say legend display true, and we will give the title as display true, and the title would be transaction types distribution. Now let's create a new function to fetch our data from the API. Then inside here, we will create a try catch block. Inside the try block, we will create a new variable with the name of response and call our data from the API. Once we successfully get our data, then we will send it to create chart, and if anything goes wrong, then we will log it inside our console. We also have to call this function once the component is loaded. So for that, we will use effect and call our function in here. Now let's return our component by typing return, and inside our return, we will type our HTML. Then inside our HTMLs, we also have to create our canvas and set the reference to chart reference. So this is it. Now if we come to our browser, you guys can see our chart is ready. we can enable and disable any section we want. So this is it for this video. Hope you guys like the video, and if you have any questions, write it down in the comment, and don't forget to press the subscribe button. See you guys in the next video.